Welcome back to Clean with Kate. It's Friday morning. I've got a really busy day ahead. I'm up early, but my brain's spinning a little bit this morning because I've got a lot I want to get done. I've got house has been taken over by laundry because I've washed all the sofa throws earlier in the week from the cottage. So I just got to get the house ready for the weekend. The puppies are outside at the moment. The house training's been a bit hit and miss this week. Molly, one of the puppies, Molly, has completely nailed her house training. The other puppy, Sophie, seems to be going backwards at the moment and decided it's okay to wee inside the barn, which is a little frustrating. Anyway, I'm just going to run you through what I do when I'm feeling a little overwhelmed when I'm spinning my wheels. So it's early in the morning, but I'm going to just write myself a to-do list. So today is the day I do my Freshen Up Friday. So Freshen Up Friday is basically I do the 3 things that I feel will make the biggest difference to the house to get it ready for the weekend. Oh, I'm going to put my Christmas tree up tomorrow or Sunday. I'm going to write that on my to-do list. So I'm going to fold laundry. I think these throws are all dry, so I need to put them away somewhere because we've got guests in the cottage at the moment, so I can't take them back to the cottage until next week. So I'm going to put laundry away. Oh, I'm going to have to let the dogs in. I'm going to vacuum because the high traffic areas are a bit pebbly and stuff gets dragged in, and I'm going to mop the barn floor. I may also mop the entrance. I'm going to have to let the puppies in. Just bear with me. Should we go and get them in? I just popped them out for a minute because when I put them out the first thing, I went out with them, and I know Molly has had a wee, but Sophie hasn't. So I just hoped if I popped her out again, she might do it. Oh dear, this definitely needs a vacuum. Golly, I need to write that on the to-do list. My utility room needs a vacuum too. Right, watch me. Good. We do some puppy training, aren't we? Puppy training and to-do list. And maybe some laundry. All right, why have the lights not come on in here? Aha. Anyway, how's your week been? Have you got everything done that you wanted to get done? You can see I am in chaos in here. I couldn't have visitors at the moment. I mean, just look at it. It just literally looks like I'm living in a laundry. I feel like I'm living in a laundry this week. All right, what else did I get to? So I'm going to fold laundry and put it away. I'm going to vacuum and I'm going to mop the barn floor entrance. I also need to finish some of the tasks on my weekly home blessing. I've been splitting it up this week. So I need to dust and I need to vacuum the carpets, and I also haven't done the glass. But I have done the bins in the mail. I have vacuumed the hard floors and I have mopped the hard floors, so I can give myself a star for those. I've also got my Christmas jumpers out of storage and my Christmas socks out of storage, and I've actually put the socks in the sock drawer, and the jumpers I'm sort of working my way through. I need to put them in a drawer really and put the sort of lighter weight autumn jumpers away. So that's quite exciting. And I've got my Christmas pinnies out. I've got this, a friend bought me this a couple of years ago, and it's got a holly on. Right, I had quite a Christmassy week. I've made a Christmas wreath out of stuff from the garden. And what else have I done? Something else I've done. I've made a Christmas cake. So it has been quite a productive week, Christmas-wise. Right, well, so anyway, I need to set a timer because I can see I'm going to get very sidetracked. What are you two eating? Is it just your... No, it's one of my socks. Thought they had a toy, but no, it's a sock. Where did you get that from? Right, I'm going to pop that out of the way. I don't know where they two found that. Probably I've pulled it off the air. I'm going to get them some toys, otherwise I'm not going to get anything done. I think I also need to do a pick up and put away, but I think dealing with the laundry will actually make the biggest difference. So I'll try not to move too fast. Let's get them a couple of toys. Oh, I might have to get their Kongs out. They seem quite wide awake this morning. I gave them a little bit of a lie-in. Here you are, here's some toys. So, let me get the laundry done. Okay, I'm going to start by just moving stuff across to the ironing area that needs ironing. That needs to go back. I think I've emptied the tumble dryer. Yep, that needs to go back to the other utility room, to the messy one. Although everything's messy today. No, we don't chew the mat. Where's your toy? You have got to watch these two. They're not at an age where you can really leave them to their own devices yet. That doesn't really kick in till when they're much older. At this age, they are just little mischief magnets. If you leave them to their own devices, you'll come in and find they've chewed things. Chewed your furniture. I once had the corners chewed off, not by these two. I had the corners chewed off kitchen units by a puppy. When I was younger, and I didn't realise how much supervision they need. I was very naive. I've also had bits of my car chewed by puppies, not these two. I now use crates in the car, and if I have to leave them on their own, I use a crate. Whoops. Right, let's just start sorting the laundry. So these are bags that I need when I'm cleaning up after the dogs. They're just some old nappy bags, but they're really good for cleaning up after the dogs. So I'm going to put them in my coat pocket. That's a bit of rubbish. Needs to go in the bin. Pop that in there. I might need to empty this bin, actually. I didn't do this during the week because it's not full. And the bin liners are quite pricey, so I don't like to empty that one until it's actually full. So I need to process the laundry on the sock areas. So I've got some baskets. I think I might only need one basket, actually. And I need to process the laundry that needs to go back to other parts of the house. Right, I hope you can see what I'm doing. Well, yeah, I'm moving quite quickly, aren't I, this morning? I've had my coffee. I've had a glass of water, or half a glass of water. And so far, so good. They're being good. Whoops, where's that go? Oh, I think it might be time to put the summer socks away. What do you think? Do you have different things that you wear at different times of year? Do I need to iron that? I love that little vest. Do you know, I might iron it because I do love it. I love wearing it. It's a thermal vest. It's really cosy to wear, but it's sort of cotton, so it does need a bit of an iron just to make it softer. That definitely needs an iron. It's very creased. I don't know where this odd sock came from. It's a bit odd. It doesn't look clean either, so it probably needs to go in the laundry basket. I don't know how it got down here on its own. What's the matter? Oh dear, we're having a good scratch. It's a little ominous. Probably need to check you for fleas, don't we? They have been defleed, or had their flea treatment several times. But at this age, you have to do these things fairly regularly. Problem is, they've got such heavy coats, it'd be quite difficult to see if they had fleas. I don't know why she's barking at the door. Right, anyway, let's keep going. I've got stuff to go back to the other room. And then I might try and get a bit of ironing done. Molly's decided she's a guard dog this week. Sophie's not. So it's quite interesting. Molly runs out, barks. She barks at her own reflection. Oh, okay, do you want to go out and see what's out there? Go on then. Maybe she's asking to go out. The trouble is with puppies, they can't talk. Off you go. So Molly likes to guard us, and Sophie likes to sit on the step and be scared. Go on, out you go. Right, where was I? That needs to go in there. Good. That's pretty good, actually. I've got stuff to go up to the bedroom, which I'm going to pop through to the other room. That sock needs to go. So that needs to go out. Molly's having a good guard. I don't know what she's decided the problem is. I'm going to leave that there to go up later, and that one can go in there because it's on its way. I've got things on their way to places. This needs to go as well, back through to the other kitchen. Oh, I think someone wants to come in. I don't think Sophie particularly wants to be outside. And this is a towel. I need to take this back to the bathroom. Right, while I'm in here, I might just do a quick swish and swipe. Actually, it's pretty good. I don't think it needs it. It was done yesterday and it looks absolutely fine. I'm not sure it got used much yesterday. We were out most of yesterday because it was a beautiful sunny day, so we took the puppies out. Right, are they on the back step? No, they're not. Right, I'm going to get my iron heating up, I think, and try and do 15 minutes ironing. Oh, I didn't set a timer, did I? Set a timer. Do you think I'll manage to get 15 minutes done? Is that a bit overly optimistic? Because they are very wide awake this morning. I know where the sock came from. Do you know, I'm going dippy. I've got a load of laundry waiting to go in the washing machine that I must have got ready yesterday and then forgot to put on. So I'm going to collect up a bit more today, because there's always a bit more. And I'm going to put it on this morning. But I'm going to have to get it off the floor because the dogs are just playing in it. Right, let's pop it up there, out of the way. Do they want to come in? Yes, they do. I'm doggy door monitor. Come on, in you come. Good girl. Sit. Molly, come on. In. Good. Good girl. Oh, what good girls. What good girls? Sit. Good girls. Oh, you're looking so cute this morning. They had a bath yesterday. We took them out for the day and they got very, very wet and very, very muddy because they like rolling in muddy puddles. They had a great time, but it did mean they ended up having a bath when they got home because they were not very clean. And in fact, their harnesses need a wash as well. I gave them a hand wash yesterday, but it hasn't really done the job. I think they need to go through the washing machine. I could do with buying them spare harnesses, really. Let's pop the timer on. I could do with buying them spare harnesses, but the trouble is, because they're growing, the harnesses are quite pricey, and they're going to outgrow them so quickly, it doesn't seem worth it. So I think it's a tricky one at the moment. Luckily, Ted takes the same size, so I was able to use Ted's harness on one of them yesterday when it got soaked. But I don't like putting them in a wet harness. Right, let's remember to switch this on at the wall. I haven't actually got that much ironing this week. I don't seem to have done as much. I think because I've done so many sofa throws, I haven't done as much washing, laundry for us as usual. Don't know how I've managed that. Or maybe I've just been keeping on top of it. But I've got at least 15 minutes ironing there, I think. So let's hope the puppies will settle down. Do you know, I might get them their chews. They haven't had their chews for a while. Let's see if they're doing they are actually grooming at the moment. Oh, I've got to try and sort out a cover for this. Unfortunately, we've broken this chair cover. It's very, very old, and it's just the fabric's broken, which is a bit of a shame because I love those chairs. And I got a quote yesterday, sort of vague quote, as to how much it would be to have them remade. And it's quite, golly, it's really expensive. It's going to come out, I think, to about, if we do it, I need to maybe get a couple of quotes, but around £800 a chair. And I bought the 2 chairs at auction for £5, I think, about 10 years ago. They're Edwardian fireside armchairs, and I love them, and I love the covers. Absolutely beautiful fabric. But what do? I don't really want to spend that much money, and I've lost the puppies. Right, I've got their chews. Let's see if they'll settle with their chews and not fall out. Molly, Sophie, come on. Oh, don't bang them together, Kate. Sometimes I managed to drop one there last week and it broke. Oh, you like those, don't you? Here you go. Let's see if they can have their chews without falling out. That would be progress. At least the iron's hot now, so I can start. Golly, it's taken me 3 minutes, and I haven't actually ironed anything yet. I think I might need to take my coat. Look at that, it's pretty good. And they haven't had those for about a week, so they're actually really enjoying them. They've got quite a few different chews, so I tend to alternate them. It's a bit like having toddlers. Oh dear, hang on, what's going on? One of the chews is clearly more fascinating than the other, because they both seem to want the same one. It's often the way, it's like children. It is like having toddlers having puppies a little bit. That's what it reminds me of. You have to sort of keep them entertained and use distraction a lot when they're doing something you don't want them to do. Otherwise, you'd constantly be saying no. And that can be quite wearing at times. I've been crate training them this week, and they're getting much better at that, actually. The benefit of the crate training is they get a proper rest, because otherwise I'm constantly disturbing them, but also I get a bit of a break. So now if I know they're really tired and I just need to get on and do some jobs, or I need to go out, I'm putting them in their crates. They've got nice big crates now, and they seem to settle very well in those. I don't tend to leave them with their chews when I'm not with them, just because I would worry that they might get, run into a problem with them. I tend to supervise them with those, and the same with the Kong. I only give them the Kongs when I'm with them, so I can make sure they don't actually eat the Kong. because I think we might have to buy some bigger Kongs. They've got puppy Kongs at the moment because their teeth have still got little teeth. Sorry, I'm wittering on about the puppies. I think it's just because they've kind of taken over my life. I don't think you realise when you get a puppy how much impact it has on your life. It does completely take over. Particularly when you do something completely bonkers like we did and get two. And that was kind of a bonkers thing to do, but I still think it was the right thing to do. I knew before I went to see them that I was probably going to take both of them because they just seem like a pair. And we had lost two dogs in quite quick succession, so we definitely had a gap in our family. Right, so let's pop that on this area. Oh, I've only got a little area today, which could be a problem. I may have to take one of the throws off. In fact, I might put that back on a hanger because there's not much room on this area. And it can dry on the hanger. I'm going to do my dungaree dress next. Anyway, what do you have planned today or for the weekend? Do you have anything nice planned? Do you do a Friday routine to get your home ready for the weekend? I've done the Freshen Up Friday routine probably for about 4 or 5 years now. I think I first heard about it. I think Mrs. Hinch coined the term, didn't she? I'm not sure if my Freshen Up Friday is the same as hers. I don't know what she did in hers. I think it was something similar, but it's just preparing for the weekend so that you go into the weekend with feeling on top of things and feeling like the house is hugging you. That's what I want from my house. I want to feel like it's giving me a warm hug. I want to feel like if somebody comes to the door unexpectedly, or a friend pops in, I can say, come in and have a cup of tea, come in and have a cup of coffee, and that I don't feel embarrassed by the state of my house. I just want to feel like I'm company ready, particularly on a weekend. I'd like to feel like that all the time, to be fair. And that is the goal, I suppose, isn't it? To feel like every day my house gives me a hug. And maybe, I've had a good week. Most days I would say the house does give me a hug. But it does take a fair bit of work to keep on top of the house. It is a big house and there's a lot of stuff in it. I suppose if I got rid of all the stuff, it would be a lot easier. Yeah. Thank you for all the wonderful suggestions for improvements to the house. I particularly love, oh my goodness, I love the suggestions about the wardrobes and about having some fitted wardrobes to get all my clothes, because I don't tend to go shopping in the shops very much. I hardly ever go into the city, but I do like to go shopping in my wardrobes because I have a lot of clothes already. So I usually find if I do go into the city to have a look, I usually find, oh, I've got that in my wardrobe, I just need to get it out. So I use a trip into the city to inspire me to go shopping in my wardrobe, because everything's been around usually before, and I tend to only get rid of clothes if I don't like them, don't love them, or if I don't, or if they're broken, to be fair. I am quite selective about what I buy, so it means that usually I only buy clothes that I love. My kind of mantra when I'm shopping for clothes is it a hell of a yes? If it's not a hell of a yes, if it's just or I have to ask somebody else's opinion, it usually means it's not for me. So it means that I do need to have a bit of a bit of a prune in the wardrobes, I feel, because I love the idea of getting everything into one area. And currently, because I've got so many clothes, I don't think I could do that unless I got one of the bedrooms fitted as a walk-in wardrobe, which I love. I love the idea of that. I have mentioned, oh no, the stain hasn't come out on this cushion. This is one of the cushions from the cottage, and there's clearly been a dog on it because that's a dog print. It wasn't one of my dogs. It's a very large dog print. We let the cottage to families with dogs, so it does mean we do get muddy dog prints on things sometimes. But I think I'm going to have to rewash that. There's not much point ironing it. And I'm going to have to get a stain remover on it again. So that needs to go back through to the wash. And I need to spray it. Right. Golly, these two are being so good. I think it's because I haven't given them for a while. It's the novelty of something. Oh my goodness, look, they're absolutely in heaven. Look at this one. They're actually making love to their chews. They're really enjoying it. Whereas I think if you leave them with things all the time, they get bored of them. Whereas because they haven't had them for a while, it's a novelty. It's like most things, isn't it? I think that's what I tend to do with my wardrobe. I rotate it. So I rotate through the seasons just because I get bored. It's nice to have a change. I get excited then when it just... Little pleasures, isn't it? From little things. Yeah. To ring the changes, I think, is good. Have you started doing any decorating for Christmas? Do you celebrate Christmas? I think we're going to do... I say the only thing I've done so far is I have made a Christmas wreath, which is on my door. I think it might need a little bit more. I've got some oranges that we haven't used, so I think I'm going to try and make some decorations from the oranges to go on the wreath. It's got 2 on at the moment that a friend gave me, but I think it would benefit from more. So I'm going to have a go, because we've got an Arga. I think they're quite easy to make in an Arga. I've never made them before, but I'm going to have a go. There's some pyjamas. I love my winter pyjamas. It's one of the things I really enjoy about winter, is putting on my winter pyjamas. All right, this is a well, not, what is it called? It's like a bed pillow, a really large one. I've had this forever. It's actually an IKEA one from when my children were really little, so it must be as old as my youngest child. So this is probably about 20 plus years old, because he's 24. I can't remember if I got it after he was born or before he was born, but it was during that period. We were living in East Yorkshire, actually, and there was an IKEA in Leeds, and there still is. And so it was somewhere we used to go when we had our children were young. IKEA is a great place to go with young children. They absolutely loved it. And this is some IKEA bedding. I think it was actually when Kath Kidson was designing for IKEA. So this is a really, really old piece of bedding now. And it's get very faded, but I still love it. I probably need to look actually on eBay and see if I can find some more, because they're almost worn out. I managed to spill a cup of coffee on that one. So that's why it went through the wash on its own. Right, another cushion cover from the cottage. With hindsight, it was a mistake putting such pale coloured cushions in. These are some of my summer cushions, because they really show the dirt. It means I have to wash them a lot. I think when I replace them, I need to go for something a little more practical. I don't really want to be washing my cushion covers every week. Whereas these white ones, they're constantly in the wash. And then they need ironing as well, so they are quite labour intensive. Right, I can go on the area. We're making good progress this morning. Whoops. The puppies are very happy. Oh, but unfortunately I've got some tea towels to iron. I don't normally iron tea towels, but these didn't, I don't know why they didn't, but they didn't get put in the tumble dryer. Normally if I tumble them, I don't have to iron them, but they look a bit of a state. So I think they would benefit from ironing. I think what it was a pretty miserable wet day. We weren't generating any solar power. So I think I decided not to tumble dry them, because there wasn't very many of them. I thought I'll just iron those. I think I'm going to put my Christmas tree up this weekend. One of them anyway. We put several up. And actually next week I will need to put the Christmas tree in the cottage up, because it's the beginning of December and we have guests going in midweek, I think. So I'll probably need to put my Christmas tree up there as well. I don't know, what would you think? If you were renting a cottage in December, would you expect there to be a Christmas tree, or would you just expect that at Christmas? We'll definitely always put one up for Christmas. But I think I might put it up next week. It seems still quite early to me, but I think generally the trend is to put Christmas trees up earlier and earlier. My daughter's actually already got hers up. She put it up last weekend. And some years we have put ours up at the end of November. I remember when the children were little, they were always so desperate to put the Christmas tree up. And we did sometimes end up putting it up in November. When do you put your Christmas tree up, if you put a Christmas tree up? Oh, did you celebrate Thanksgiving yesterday? If you're in the USA, Thanksgiving, I know is a big celebration, a big holiday. It must be nice actually having that. Is it a good thing? Is it nice having that so close to Christmas? I suppose it means you get into the holiday mode much earlier. Even though the Christmas things have been in the shops now for a while in the UK, I haven't felt that Christmassy. Probably because I don't go to the shops that often. It did feel a little sort of Christmassy last week when it snowed. I think I associate snow with Christmas, although we don't always get snow at Christmas. I always feel like if it snowed on Christmas Day, that would be quite nice. It did one year, and it was magical with the children. Oh, this tea towel's seen better days, hasn't it? Do you know, I'm going to keep going because the puppies are behaving themselves. Mike's not up yet, so I might as well... I thought I heard him go in the shower, having said that. But I might just keep going for now and see if I can get the whole lot done. I hope you can see what I'm doing. I might need to get another area, though. Here's another of my winter pinnies. I like this one. It's very practical colours. Some of the white ones are not very practical. This one's great. It's sort of, I don't know, mucky. I don't know what colour you'd call this. Mucky beige, dark beige. I don't know. Sort of greeny. Good colour. It's a good colour. Golly, I should really do a bit of tidying up in the garden as well. I had noticed all the hollyhocks are sort of looking quite dishevelled. I really need to finish cutting them back, which I haven't done yet. Most of the leaves are down now in the garden, which is good. It doesn't, or sometimes it hardly seems worth picking them up until they're all down. Because you're just doing it you'd be doing it every day, wouldn't you? It's a bit like housework, isn't it? Well, this is taking quite a lot of ironing. But it looks so much better when it's ironed. Oh, look at this. They're still content. It's really nice. It's so much easier when they are just happily doing something and not getting into mischief. I think it's like therapy for dogs, chewing. If you don't give them something to chew, they will find something to chew. What they've taken to doing what my daughter's dog does, which is the same breed. They've taken to getting logs and sticks out of our log baskets and chewing them if we don't give them something to chew. Oh dear, one of them's getting a bit bored. She's trying to nick her sister's chew. That's not good. Oh, she's taking it. Let's hope they can sort it out amicably. Yeah, they've just swapped. That's good. Nobody's had a squabble. We've had some quite big squabbles over these things, but they seem to be learning that actually they're both the same. They don't need to squabble over them. They could just swap. Right, I can see the bottom of the ironing basket. Woohoo! I think I'm going to finish this, aren't I? And then I need to go and do my morning routine. So I'm going to go and have my shower. I'm going to dress to lace-up shoes, although I am in my lace-up shoes. I've not had my shower yet or got dressed fully. I'm in my pyjamas. And I'm going to start my day properly. I'll do a quick pick up and put away upstairs. I might actually dust upstairs because I happen to notice the bedroom's very dusty. Because I normally do, the bedroom is one of the rooms that seems to get quite dusty. Excuse me. Talking of dust, making me cough. So I would be good to get that room done. I think this t-shirt is on its last legs. It's becoming really scruffy. I think I might ask my husband's permission to let this one go. But it is his t-shirt, so I can't. It's not so bad once it's ironed, actually. It looked pretty bad before I ironed it. What else have we got in here? A polar neck jumper. Oh, I love this colour. It's such a good colour. This sort of almost ice grey, and it goes with everything. Only downside is it does bring out the grey in my hair, but I love it. I still love this colour. I just love this colour at this time of year. It's almost like a winter white. I don't tend to wear white very much in winter, but this colour really lifts my outfit. Is it almost a blue grey? I don't know, but I love it. So you probably see this making quite a few appearances in my laundry, in my ironing. I've got some really dark colours out now, which I see at the beginning of the sort of autumn, those colours just seem crazy. They're so dark, but now they just seem okay. It's funny, isn't it, how different times of year you wear different colours. I can't actually get this on the air. The air is full. This is going to slow me down. There's actually no room on the air. Oh, that is frustrating. Where can I put it? I might have to put it over something else because the washing is actually dry. I'm going to put it over there for now until I get a new area out. I'm going to have to take some throws off the other areas. 2 more items to iron. This is a good start to my Friday. I can tick off some things off my list. Oh, this iron's not got anything in it, I don't think. Oh, maybe a drop left. So I've done the first task on my Freshen Up Friday, which is dealing with laundry. I can't put this laundry away yet. I'm going to leave it on the air for 24 hours just so it, it's dry. It's dry. You should never put laundry away damp, particularly if you live in an old house like I do. Otherwise, it will go mouldy in the cupboards or in the drawers. I'm still debating about a dehumidifier. My daughter's bought one this week. I think she might be going to get me one for Christmas because, or maybe she's just going to get it for me and I'll pay her back. My husband, for some reason, is very anti-dehumidifiers. He thinks they don't work, although we've never actually had one. What do you think? My daughter's a fan. She lives in an old house and she was finding that she was getting damp in her wardrobe. And her clothes were going mouldy and she was constantly having to rewash them even when she hadn't worn them. So she bought a dehumidifier yesterday, I think, or the day before, and she messaged me to say, wow, absolutely incredible how much she put it in the wardrobe overnight and how it was completely full. She bought quite a big one, completely full of water by morning, which is what you want to hear, but it just shows how damp the wardrobe was. It's a sort of walk-in wardrobe, and she's in a sort of her flat in a Victorian house, and it's a walk-in, not a massive walk-in wardrobe, but it is a walk-in wardrobe, and it's obviously in an older part of the house, and clearly very damp. Initially, she thought she'd caused the problem because she was drying clothes in there, which obviously wasn't ideal. But then they stopped doing that ages ago, months and months ago, and they're still having the problem with the wardrobe. Right, let's get this out of the way. Oops, my sock hair is falling apart. And somebody on here, I think, was telling me that if I get a dehumidifier in here, I don't know who it was, let me know if it was you, then this would speed up my laundry drying. Although the laundry does dry fairly quickly in here because we've got underfloor heating on at this time of year. I think this is and the doors are open. We're constantly in and out. Let's just empty the iron. Because again, talking about mould and damp, if you leave the water in it, it goes mouldy. And then you end up putting horrible marks onto your clothes. It took me a long time to realise why that was happening. When I was younger, I was constantly having black marks on my clothes, and I didn't realise it was because I wasn't emptying my iron. And I also leave it to air, so I leave the little hole open. I think we might have come to the end of being good with our chews. One puppy now seems to have both chews. I think it might be time to put the chews away. Time for me to go and have another glass of water and to start my morning routine proper. So I think that's enough for now. We've done really well, haven't we? Look at them, they're watching me. You're such a good girl, aren't you? And you're not falling out over it, which is really good. So good. Yes, you are. Anyway, bye from me, Sophie and Molly. Hope you have a really productive Friday. Let me know what you're up to today and how you're getting on. If you're enjoying my videos, I'd really appreciate if you'd like, comment and subscribe. And I love to hear from you. I love when you share your cleaning tips or your vacuuming tips. Anyway, bye for now.